Easy. He doesn't look like he is here to harm us. Perhaps some poor soul struck with similar bad fortune. So, stranger, what are you doing here? I'm Elian, and this is Morgause and Percy. You could say we have become the keepers of this old world treasure. I suppose there's no harm in reliving it for a few moments. It might sound hopelessly romantic, even foolish, but I've been searching for my lost love. She went missing during our exodus to a bunker called Hidden Valley, in a place far south from here. Soon I learned that an evil man had abducted her and was doing who knows what to her. My mind can only imagine. He was seen as a dignified man in our community, but beneath his well-practiced smiles beats the heart of a tyrant. Both he and she disappeared for months, so I gathered a party to hunt him down and rescue her. Rumor stated he fled north, so we followed. Seasons came and went, and so a hellish winter set upon us. We became trapped in the mountains. Not all of us survived. Broken and near death, we settled here. Seldom does anyone visit this place after we purged it of some cannibals. Just us. Books in the damn cold. If you meet a Charlene from the Brotherhood, please tell her I'm still looking for her. I know it's unlikely, but it's all that keeps me going. Us, Brotherhood of Steel. We were long ago. Given the NCR have crept this far north, I doubt the Brotherhood of Steel exists anymore. Like this library, we are just monuments to a culture long destroyed. That's all I ask of you. Thanks.
Another day in this desolate place. Thankfully, we can escape for a little while into one of these books. I'm really starting to like Mark Twain.
It ain't an easy life, but sure beats crawling around a bunker. Some days the oil and metal smell used to turn my guts even more than a funky T-45D.
Hold up there, stranger. While we don't mind you wandering about our camp and territory, the tower is off limits to anyone but Crusaders. Without knowing anything about us, you expect to join? That is mighty. Hold up there, stranger. All right, I'll bite. Not many in the frontier have shown more than a passing interest in us. Enough to spin rumors about futuristic knights. Or confuse us with the Brotherhood of Steel. Or worse, the Enclave. But you might be the first in several months to do more than run away. Or scowl at us from out of rifle range. So, you might be asking yourself, are these guys Brotherhood outcasts? The answer is not quite. Our origins started the NCR Brotherhood War. In fact, you could say we're born of the same killing fields as the Frontier NCR. You see, the Domina fought and bled upon the dirt in front of Helios 1. Paladin Weaver she was known as then. But for all her efforts, she couldn't dam the NCR horde from crushing the Brotherhood that day. All in the end, she just lay bleeding and broken. Watching NCR boots step over her and into Helios 1. Humiliated by her defeat at Helios 1, she left the Mojave in disgrace with a few loyalists. They headed north, meeting up with other refugees and misfits, all following an old path to New Canaan, made by refugees of the NCR Brotherhood War. The Dominion began to practice Mormonism, But rather than peace, it bore something dark within her, seeping into her mental wounds from Helios 1. But it remained beneath the surface until nearly a year later. That is when New Canaan burned. Weaver had been away on a mission to a local tribe. The hideous seed of war bloomed again in her heart. Possessed with fury, the Dominia repaired and repainted her power armor. Gritting her teeth, she combined the Crusaders' cross and the Brotherhood of Steel symbol, painting it in blood red onto the breastplate. Standing back, she believed God had a new mission for her, to reclaim the Holy Lands, rebuild the old cities like it had been done with New Canaan. So that is our story. Our mission, to wage a holy war against the unworthy, to purge the enemies of humanity. Tell you what, how about if you can prove you're serious about joining up with us? Let's call it an initiation trial. There's bound to be a large pre-war library in a city this size. With that in mind, how about you find a book on our religion? Oh, and one more caveat. To make it interesting, how about a rare one? Something that would both teach you about Mormons and be of value to us. Bring it back, and we'll talk.
Is there something more I can do for you? You've come to the right place, that's for sure. But if I had to hazard a guess, I'd check the exhibit in the Hall of Authors. Farewell.
Have you found the book? Wow, that's a rare one indeed. Looks to have been bound in the 19th century. Hell, it's probably the only copy left in existence. I'll bet the Dominia herself would want to see that. Give me a second, I'll radio in, and have Castellan Clemens meet you at the entrance. He'll escort you to see the Dominia. I'm sure she will take great satisfaction in receiving this book, and meeting the person who found it. Castellan, you're not gonna believe this, but there's an outsider here with a 19th century psalmody in their possession. I'm sending them inside now.
You must be the outsider Warden Howell mentioned. Welcome to the Tower, our little fortress in this swath of the wasteland. I'm Castellan Clemens. I will be your escort during your visit to the Tower. Do you have any questions before we take your find to the Domina? While I think that is more the Domina's purview to answer that question, I will give you some broad strokes of our mission. Our goal is to retake the great cities of the past from the grip of the unworthy. Raiders, the Legion, the Enclave, or any other wasteland tyrants. Portland, or rather the Frontier, is not high on the list of our cities to retake. However, the Domina is here for personal reasons. The Tower was a fortuitous find, as it is filled with protectrons, terminals, and other electronics we can use to repair our equipment. Not to mention a protective force field around the entrance and a few other delightful discoveries. The Brotherhood would kill to have this place. Of the many rumors about House spread across the Mojave, I can confirm that he's a mechanical maestro like no other. Robco Tower seems to have been his fortress in the pre-war northwestern United States. I probably should stop here as the Domina is waiting. We'd better get moving. All right then, follow me. Greetings, my lady. It is my honor to present to you the stranger who found the rare Mormon psalmody. Please, take a seat with us.
Dear Lord, thank you for another day, and thank you for those gathered at this table, that thy blessings continue to bring us courage, prosperity, and strength. Welcome, stranger, to the tower, and more importantly, to our round table. As its name suggests, it has no head, for all who sit here have equal voice.
For I view all men equal under the Lord, and that a man is most honest among his peers. With that said, I'm Domina Weaver, leader of the Crusaders.
You are familiar with Castellan Clements already. So, ladies, if you would be so kind as to introduce yourselves.
I'm Charlene Young, Seneschal and head of the Sophers. The root word is Sophia, Greek for knowledge. One could say we're akin to doctors or scholars. We research into all known biomedical sciences, including genetics and old world pharmaceuticals. Perhaps most paramount is that we're all female.
Here we go.
Brigham Young taught that women should stand behind the counter, study law or medicine for the benefit of society. I am paraphrasing, of course.
Put some extra salt in that crock of shit before you try to serve it, Charlene. It might go down a little easier.
Must you really, Molly? Have you no respect for the sanctity of this table or our ways? I apologize.
Equal voice, remember, Charlene? I really wish you would stop trying to force your bullshit codes on the younger girls and tout it like it's gospel.
As a matter of fact, Molly, it might be regarded as gospel.
You really believe that stupid shit? Jesus. Elijah must have fucked with your brains more than I thought.
How dare you?
Enough!
I apologize for our sudden derailment. We will address this later, both of you. Now then, this is Molly, our chief mechanic and tech wizard.
Now, if you will, please tell us how you came into possession of such a rare artifact.
So this relic managed to survive the apocalypse in a public library? If anything attests to it being a sacred text, that sure does. May I have it? Thank you. You have no idea how precious this is to us, to our cause. Another torch with which to bring the world out of the darkness. Now then, because of your deed, I grant you full access to the tower and membership in our order. Before the ceremony, do you have any questions? Very well. We will begin the adoubement. Step this way, please. Right in front of me.
Praise be to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. By his name do I ask of you this solemn vow.
To strive for justice, to banish all evil from our land, and to vanquish all tyranny attempting to ensnare our world. This is my cause. What say you? Very well. By the powers vested in me by the Lord, I grant you the station of man-at-arms and entrance into our sacred order. Accept these gifts.
As promised, you now have full access to the tower. The pass card will disable the force fields so you may come and go as you please. As a new member, I present you with these garments and a sidearm. Your food rations can be collected from the trunk in the R&D floor cafeteria. My last request is that, as a member of our order, you help the others around here in their time of need. With that said, this meeting is over.
Hello again. How may I be of assistance to you?
Elian?
Thank you. But please, don't press this any further. Don't you understand? I am done with the Brotherhood. It's a painful past to stalk my nightmares. Nothing more. Look at that. You've pried apart a long-stitched wound so fiercely that you've overcome Elijah's maiming. Just tell Elian I'm dead. That it was just a fling. Just anything to close that chapter of his life and my own. Take this. He'll know that it's mine. Fine. Let's do this. Before I change my mind, please go without me. I need to gather some medical supplies and steel my nerves. I will meet you out front of the library.
Just don't treat me like a Brahmin, okay? My back and I aren't exactly in our prime.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Oh, hey, I totally wasn't spying on you. Nope. Just wanted to talk to the Domina about, stuff. Oh, I'm America. You could say I started being a Sopher, but it was boring science crap, so now I'm just kinda here, trying to find my path. But don't tell Charlene. She's pretty scary despite the whole cultish lobotomy thing. Shh! Not so loud! No, it's nothing like that. It's a personal thing. But I guess talking about it won't hurt, right? Was Midwestern Brotherhood. I was kicked out when they discovered I was a mutant. I believe freak of nature is what the elder yelled at me. They should have known! I mean, how many Asian girls have bonny red hair? But my mutation is a little different from that. It's not like a ghoul, super mutant, or Charlene's empathic powers. This is a disease old world humans had. Congenital analgesia. I can't feel pain. So yeah, my mom hid it pretty well, until I was like 15 and broke my hand doing scribe stuff. I dropped an engine block on it and didn't even yelp. Nothing freaked people out more than seeing a teenage girl with her left hand flapping in the wind and smiling like nothing happened. It was gross. Everything changed. My dad seemed really sad, heartbroken. The next day, my parents and I walked out into the Dust Bowl to get a fallen satellite. Sorry. They just left me there. I cried for my mom, but she wouldn't even turn around to look at me. They just kept walking. After they were out of view, I tried to follow their footsteps in the dirt, hoping to find them. But the Dust Bowl is huge. A black blizzard was coming, so I hid in an old bus stop until it passed. I never found them again. I headed west and eventually wandered into a supermart looking for food. I was in bad shape, but had no idea other than being thirsty and hungry. Molly found me while she was ripping apart the coolers for spare parts. It was like a sign. Another Asian girl with red hair. Molly gave me some water and a fancy lad, and walked me back to the Crusader camp nearby. So here I am, I guess. For now. We are all children of God, is what the Domina says, and I know that she loves me. And Molly too, but I am a freak. My own parents left me. I tried being a sofa like my friends, but I just didn't like it. A total snooze fest. Charlene was pissed. It got bad around here for a few days. All women should be sofers, Charlene said at the round table meeting. Molly told her she was an old fogey and to stick it square up her ass. Funny, because I think Charlene is like 5 years older than Molly at most. All that aside, deep down, I believe I might get left again, you know? Just one little mess up and, well, yeah. I can't talk about this anymore. I'll see you around the tower.
Okay, here we are. So nervous. Why am I nervous? Shivering more from my nerves than this hellish gelid weather. Oh, I'll take my ring back if you don't mind. Now, let's get this over with.
Charlene! Oh my god! Charlene! Charlene! Oh my god, it's really you!
Oh, my dear Elian, I am so very sorry. You should have just given up on me. He could have killed me. He almost did. He left me for dead.
After all these years, my heart still leaps at the sight of that beautiful face of yours. Like wine, it only got lovelier with age.
Your eyes are still sharp as ever.
I came as soon as I heard Elijah had taken you. I never stopped looking, or loving all these years.
Oh, stop it. So my friend tells me you're ill, Elian? What's wrong, Elian?
Unfortunately, I'm no longer on the Brotherhood health plan. And for all these books lying around, not a single one on how to prepare penicillin. Though I'm pretty sure it might be actually growing on half of them, to be honest.
Well, I've become quite the doctor over the years. So, let's get you checked out.
Ready when you are.
I'm going to remain here for a while and nurse Elian back to health. I already have the Domina's blessing for a leave of absence, so it's covered. I know I was a little curt before, and I'm sorry. It's just no pain ever inflicted upon me by Elijah hurt as much as hearing Elian's name again. Thank you again. However, while I'm here, I'll be unable to treat your wounds, as I need what supplies I've brought with me for Elian. Understand? But in a few days, hopefully he'll be well enough that the four of us here will have moved back into the tower. I'll be able to help you then. Well, I guess I better get started on his treatment. See you back at the tower soon, hopefully.
So that is the start of the Crusaders. What an interesting introduction, I guess. Glad I was able to do this quest within this video. Obviously, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.